Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble. Have you ever wondered why bullion dealers can offer better prices than buying directly from various mints? Not just the Royal Mint here in the UK, but all around the world. National mints are often way more expensive than going to some of the big well-known dealers. Why is that? It seems counterintuitive. Surely going to the source directly would cut out the middleman and save money, but in fact, no. So we'll talk a little bit in this video about for why I think that happens, and also about CHARDS coin and bullion dealers, who are today's video sponsors. We'll be looking at two coins that they've sent me to showcase here today, the brand new 2024 Britannias. We've got a silver and a gold. A huge thank you to CHARDS for sponsoring our channel. If you want to find out more about them, then there's links in the description to their website. I know there are a lot of customers of theirs out in this world that watch my channel, and I am a long-term customer of them as well, so I can highly recommend them both as a content creator and customer. So without further ado, let's get some shiny out on the table, and whilst we do that, do let me know your thoughts about CHARDS coin and bullion dealers, as well as the topic at hand, which is why the mints are more expensive than the dealers. It sometimes just doesn't make sense, certainly in my brain, in the way that economics should work. But I do think, unfortunately, that what is happening is we are seeing the Royal Mint and various others taking advantage of their own namesake, their own branding, so to speak. They are there to just make money, unfortunately, and they make it hand over fist. And certainly when you are spending 50, 60, 70 pounds more per 1 ounce gold coin on your gold Britannias, for example, than buying from a dealer. So why do people still do it? Well, there is the security of buying direct from the mint. You do know without a shadow of a doubt you're not going to get scammed. Although you kind of are in a way, because the kind of unscrupulous nature at which they will just fragrantly charge higher prices for individual coins it's never sat well with me. It really has never sat well with me. Just by the way, before we crack on, I mean, these boxes are really cool from CHARDS. Really like those. Very, very nice. I'm not sure if that comes as standard for every gold Britannia purchase, but certainly quite a cool little addition. So, hey guys, Future Backyard Bullion here. I was editing this video and thought these boxes are rather nice, but I don't really have space or a use for them. So I'm going to give them away to two lucky commenters in this video. To qualify, you must use the word CHARDS in your comments. So comment down below for a chance to win one of these boxes. I'm afraid they will not come with a free coin, but all of the information about this little mini giveaway can be found in the description box below. So for a chance to win one of these beautiful boxes, comment down below with the word CHARDS. Here's the 2024 Britannia, direct from the Royal Mint. I had a quick look this morning. They're around about 1660, something like that. But direct from CHARDS coin and bullion, there'll be about 1600 or so with a bit of postage. So definitely worth having a look around at some of the big dealers out there. As I said, CHARDS, hugely successful dealer, been around 59 years. I have personally ordered from them countless times before, and I've always found their customer services to be exemplary. I found them fantastic. If there's a particular coin you're looking for, you can just tell them, let them know, and they will do their best to find it. And I've had a few times trying to backdate certain coin collections that they've gone and found me those coins, and that is pretty impressive and cool. And of course, I have actually been up there to visit them and see them and meet the myth, the man, the legend himself, Lawrence Chard, and it is always a pleasure to deal with them. So definitely worth checking them out. But they are one of the best dealers, both from a customer service perspective, of course, reputation perspective, and now price as well. There were times where there might have been other dealers out there in this world that were slightly cheaper, but now CHARDS are really on it to make sure that they at very least price match to within a very close degree some of these other dealers out there. It's a crowded market right now for bullion dealers, and that's part of the reason why the dealers can sometimes lower the prices that they charge for their bullion. It might be sometimes that they don't make a huge margin. It could be 0.5% here and there on some of these coins, but in volume, of course, it all adds up. And keeping that customer base, keeping that sort of enticement of future releases going is also really important for any business. And so whether you like it or not, this competitive market we're in, it helps buyers, but it also can help those dealers really kind of weed out the less good ones in this world, and there are a lot of bad ones. I've always thought it weird that there are a lot of people in this world who are, oh, we all want a good price, don't we? We want a bargain. Everyone doesn't want to pay massively over what you should be for any coin, but there are a lot of people in this world who will go out there and they will just penny scrimp and save to try and find 50p off, compared with whether it's CHARDS or another dealer out there. They will look and they'll go, this dealer is 50p per ounce of gold cheaper, so I'm going to buy from there. And often it's a lot less of a reputational based business, and it might not be that established, or could very well just be a flat out fraudulent operation. There are a lot of examples of bullion businesses out there, or I say bullion businesses, that look like bullion businesses but really are not. And you've got to be very careful with your own private personal information. If you're buying a gold coin and you think, I'm going to save myself 50p today on a £1,600 purchase by going to Joe Blogg's Bullion Incorporated, and it turns out to be some kind of scammer. First of all, they can steal your money and not send you a coin. Second of all, you've just given them your address, where you are now known to be a bullion aficionado. And so that's not good at all. Or you've paid with a debit or credit card. They've got your debit credit card details. They can then sell that information. Not good, not good at all. So that's one of the reasons why I tend to stick with those big recognized names. It can be a very difficult process to break into this market, and there is definitely a room for more dealers to be there, and there are a few examples of relatively new dealers carving out names for themselves within those markets. But if you really want something that is established, that is there, that is really, really good at what they do over a 59-year history of doing it, then CHARDS are probably the dealer for you. So well worth checking out. Now, the Britannias for 2024, we've talked a lot about pricing of coins and things and why and everything, and I do genuinely think the Royal Mint's just there to try and profit as much as they possibly can, and they're relying on their good name and Google rank searches, and if somebody goes and searches Gold Britannia, that's probably going to be the first thing that they see in that Bullion search results from Google. So they're kind of playing on that, and it's just, it doesn't sit well with a lot of stackers out there, and certainly I've fallen foul of it a few times as well, where I've bought something from the Royal Mint only to find out that minutes later I could have bought it from a dealer at a lot less price. It happens all the time to everyone, even the best of us. So the 2024 Britannia, is it something that you must rush out and buy? Well, look, it's just a Britannia. It's nothing massively different from how they look every year. 2024 is the only difference. It is now, well, I suppose, and the fact that it's King Charles as well. But this is the second issuing now of King Charles with an uncrowned portrait. Of course, there was one from 2023 after the Queen passed away. So this is the first year that there will not be double monarchs on the coin. So it's the first kind of true year of King Charles. Another weird thing is that the mints always start bringing out these coins in September. You'll find it all around the world now. The mints are starting to release their 2024 edition coins. It started, I think, way back in like the early 2000s, where I want to say it was the Perth Mint who started doing it first, just so they can get a jump on all the markets out there, to get, new people buying, or the new coin buyers. That's the wrong way of saying it, sorry, the new buyers of the new year's worth of coins. And it just then, everyone followed, everyone did it. And I think the earliest that I've ever seen it is September. So it's why we started having Queen Elizabeth Britannias in September 2023 after she very sadly passed away. Because I think if she passed away before that September date, they wouldn't have released any at all. So yeah, it is a weird one, isn't it? But one of the most secure coins in the world. Let's talk very briefly about that as well. So this is a really good example of a coin with lots of minute bits of technology. I have talked about that in other videos, but the microwave pattern in the background, very hard to counterfeit. There's a sort of hologram here of a trident and a lock, which is also incredibly hard to counterfeit. There's lettering around this inner rim of the coin, which is minute and minuscule, and it's really, really difficult to get right if you're trying to forge this coin. And of course, the shield's got little patterns and wavy lines on there as well, so definitely a very well-made coin indeed. King Charles, his effigy doesn't necessarily have security features built within it, but there is, I always like to point this out to people who maybe haven't seen it, there's a hidden little bird in his ear. If you look at his earlobe, and there's like it might be easier to see on the silver coin here if we get that one out, but there's like a little silhouette of a bird on his ear. A lot of people miss that, but it's kind of cool. And if it doesn't have it, then it's probably a fake. And also the sort of wavy pattern background here on the other side helps for that counterfeiting. I've personally never seen a counterfeited gold or silver Britannia, but I know they do exist, certainly in the older versions, but the newer ones, really, really difficult to get right if anyone's trying to counterfeit them. So a great secure coin to buy. So if you are interested in buying them and getting them, then definitely worth looking at CHARDS coin and bullion dealers. They are, as I said, a very, very good company, and they are fantastic at what they do. They do it well, and they have been doing it well for 59 years. So there isn't a great deal more to say than that, quite frankly, other than, of course, that they are a damn sight cheaper than the Royal Mint, which is something that's a bit of a, I guess, a sore point for a lot of people. But, you know, until the Royal Mint understands from us not buying directly, that's never going to change. So go and buy from CHARDS or from one of the other dealers that you might know and love out there in this world. That's the message from today's video. A huge thank you once again to CHARDS Coin and Bullion for sponsoring our channel. It's very, very generous of them to support us, and hopefully we'll bring more content from them in the future. If you would like to see that, then do let CHARDS know down in that comment section. It'd be great to hear from you, my backyard bullion ramblers, especially the Cool Kids Club members who stick around to the back end of our videos. That's it from me. We'll see you next time. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.